Well, hello and welcome to this introduction. And as I get into the more detailed lectures, get into the details of a overview class on Christian Apologetics, Theo 623. I think we're going to be covering a lot of information, and it's very difficult to, in a short course like this, to cover quote everything in a Christian apologetics, but hopefully it can be a motivation to give you the importance and actually the interesting things that come up in what we're going to talk about. So what I'm showing on this first slide, my title slide, is we're going to, in addition to get into a variety of material, we're going to actually be going to the actual sources of these four different apologists to give us a sense to be thinking specifically about what they were talking about. And so not only are we going to be talking in general the philosophical ideas of Christian apologetics, but here specifically from individuals. Another way to be highlighting the things that we're going to be covering is we're going to be focusing mostly on three textbooks, and I'll get into that. Um, First, we have an anthology, Christian Apologetics, and so this is where I get the source of material that's easily available for the four apologists. There's also a nice textbook on Christian apologetics, and currently it's in its second edition with Douglas Groothius, and so we'll be using that. And Francis Schaeffer, sometimes this is called a trilogy, where three of these books, The God Who Was There, Escape from Reason, and He Is There and Is Not Silent. Those would be the textbooks that we're going to be leveraging. Also, there's a fourth one that I'm going to also include in the complement of what we'll discuss is Evidence That Demands a Verdict. And I was able to help rewrite one of those chapters, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So what we're going to have is we'll have four collaboration sessions, and I'm going to be focusing on some information in each one of these. The first session will give an overview of the course, an introduction to Christian apologetics. And for those that are taking the course, I will get into the content of the course, for example, thinking about a paper project or something like that. So we'll give a little bit of thoughts on that. For those that are just taking part in the videos, I would welcome you to consider Regent and accessing this material, joining us for getting into the apologetics area for curricula. The second collaboration session will focus on various arguments, cosmological, ontological, and moral arguments that are used in apologetics. In collaboration session 3, we'll talk about the defense of theological and doctrinal positions. And a hot topic that comes up often is the problem of evil. Finally, in the collaboration session 4, we'll focus on science and naturalism and thinking about how we can be an effective witness to the world. And as I showed on the cover slide, we'll also have some primary sources explorations, and so we'll have some short lectures that we're focusing on each of those. So if we were to break this up into the week by week material that we have in the courses is what we'll be looking at. Week 1 is the apologetics, truth and epistemology. So that will be the first focus of the week 1. And so we have over 8 weeks what we'll cover. And so we have 2 units here. First, we're looking at Christian apologetics, where we'll get into definitions, biblical and theological basis, the history and methodology that are used in Christian apologetics, goes all the way back to the very early church. And then we need to be understanding truth and the nature of knowing of epistemology. So we'll get into that area. Week 2, we'll get into the existence of God. We'll be looking at the cosmological and teleological arguments in Unit 3, and then we'll get into the ontological and argument and Pascal's wager. Week 3, we'll get into the existence of God and the Trinity, looking at the existence of God, the moral argument, and the argument for religious experience. And then we'll also look into defending the doctrine of the Trinity, something that the early church needed to articulate in a clear manner. Week 4, we'll look at the incarnation, the atonement, and the inspiration of Scripture in 2 units. First, we'll look into defending the doctrine of the incarnation and the atonement. And then we'll look at the trustworthiness and the historical credibility of Scripture. Week 5, we get into miracles, or the resurrection, body, and the mind. In 2 units, first, we'll look at the case for miracles and the resurrection of Jesus. And then unit 10, the body, soul, and argument from mind. Week 6, we'll get into engaging the problem of evil, science, and naturalism. So in unit 11, we'll be engaging the problem of evil, and unit 12 will be engaging science and naturalism plus intelligent design. And this is an area where I've been doing some of my research. And so you're welcome to look at some of the other things that I've pushed out in regard to those topics. Week 7, we'll look at religious pluralism, Islam, and the Christian witness, and so how we engage in the marketplace of ideas around the world. Unit 11 will engage religious pluralism and Islam, and Unit 14 will look at Christian witness to the world. Finally, everyone gets a chance to do a research paper or a special project, and so week 8, in terms of the work that we'll be doing, we'll be focusing on that. So for those that will be taking this in the course, we will have these 4 collaboration sessions in week 1, 3, 5, and 7, and I'll go over those in more detail during our formal class period. And so keep in mind that the goal is to have an interactive environment for when we meet. And I think it'll have a nice way of having us do that as a community. And finally, just as a reminder, you're finding this on YouTube, and I'm trying to make material available for individuals to be growing skills, whether that is in engineering and computer science, or those types of area, character, and that would be more maybe thinking of the theology and apologetics, and also the faith and science areas. So that's an overview that I wanted to give for the course. Thank you very much.